motherfucker's got an appetite.
Take the cerebral horror of a game like Silent Hill, mix in the intense firefights of any great first-person shooter, and you have Fear. Sure, the shooter genre's done horror before and quite well, but never at the level you'll find in this game. And the best part? Fear still manages to be one of the most action-packed, satisfying shooters you'll ever play, thanks to the extremely impressive firefights and superb weapons. You're the newest member of Fear, the 1st Encounter Assault Recon Force, a secret unit that acts as the first line of defense and investigation of paranormal threats to national security. And no, this doesn't mean you'll be examining light orbs and family Polaroids.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is why nobody takes us seriously, military clones.
You've been chosen because you have what can only be described as superhuman reflexes, and you're apparently suffering from some majorly disturbing visions thanks to a forgotten and tortured past. Not to mention a government-engineered superhuman capable of commanding troops with his mind is running amok. You're sent in to take him out and attempt to discover the origins of your own special abilities at the same time. The lion's share of the plot plays out through radio communications with your generally absent teammates, freaky visual and audio cues, and the odd cinematic. And unlike most first-person shooters, you'll actually want to pay attention to the story in Fear, as it really does have a bearing on the actual gameplay. While you'll want to spend most of your time in Fear in the actual campaign mode, if you're looking for a straight shooter fix, the game's got you covered there too. Fear comes complete with a handful of instant action missions, where the idea is to get through each area or complete each objective as quickly and stylishly as possible. Do well, and you'll see your name up in lights on the game's worldwide leaderboards. However, it completely removes the horror aspect of the game. Likewise, online play is what you'd expect from any first-person shooter. Standard deathmatch and capture the flag modes make up the bulk of the experience. Thanks to the decent weapon balance, online matches tend to get pretty intense as each player is allowed to choose his or her favorite firearm right from the get-go. The biggest issue facing all of the game modes on Fear is the severe lack of level variety. From the campaign to the multiplayer matches, each locale starts to look the same very, very quickly, and there's no real variety to speak of. Still, it's a small price to pay for the excellent gameplay. Fear's greatest strength is the impressive balance it strikes between balls-out shooting and nail-biting suspense. However, one aspect never seems to overshadow the other. Firefights in Fear have to be seen to be believed. These bullet festivals are made all the more impressive by the fact that deadly bits of metal traveling at high velocity will have some sort of effect on almost everything in the environment. Set off a grenade, and you'll get a satisfying explosion that sends body parts and any nearby objects flying off in all directions. Shoot an enemy at point-blank range with your shotgun, and watch him vaporize into a cloud of red mist. This is made all the more visceral by using the game's patented slow-mo feature that brings everything to a crawl. It's great, but you might find yourself leaning on it time and time again. In the multiplayer modes, it's either off completely or on all the time. The enemies are smart. More than just diving for the nearest cover and digging in until you come across them, your enemies will work as a team to flank you, pin you down, or even flush you out of cover. It's really difficult to find a 100% safe hiding spot on the battlefield. You have to be constantly moving around and evolving your plan of action to take into account your enemies' changing tactics. It's awesome, and it makes an otherwise paint-by-numbers shooter something unique to play. In between the fights, the tension mounts as you navigate through deserted offices, splashing through pools of blood, discovering the odd body, and listening to the eerie voice messages from folks trying to find out what's happened to their long-dead loved ones. These sections are a stark contrast to the madness of the combat. When something does actually happen, you'll find you're a bit more jumpy than you expected. It might be easy to pass Fear by with heavy hitters like Gears of War or Rainbow Six Vegas taking up most of your trigger-happy game time. But don't miss this one. Fear has all the ingredients you're looking for in a great first-person shooter, with a premise so different from the standard fare that it manages to stand out in the increasingly crowded genre.
They're working on a military contract to develop an army of clones that respond to a psychic commander.